G'day, I'm Warwick and this is our backyard. So the wife and I about 2 years ago quit our jobs on the mainland and got a caretaking job on this island. We live on the island permanently. It's a privately owned island in Great Barrier Reef, and this is all about us just living the simple life. Just us and 3 chickens, island style. So let's go get into it. Hope you enjoy. Right, this week I thought I'd do a little video on me mate Wilson. So the wife's still on the mainland, so it's just me and Wilson on the island, and literally I found Wilson washed up right on this beach right behind our house about 2.5 years ago. Basically the first week or second week I was on the island, I think, and I was on the island by myself for just about 2 months, I think, before Andrea came to join me. And so yeah, it's just me and Wilson. So we're going to go on a little adventure. We're going to go to this rock I've climbed up before, and a little bit tricky to get to, and I could never get to it at the very beginning when I first came here, but now a tree is growing up and I can climb across the tree to the rock. So it's a pretty cool rock, but I have to take a saw because I need to chop a couple of branches out to make it easier. Yeah, so let's go on adventure. You up for it, Wilson? I think he is. He's been sitting around for a while now, so he's probably a bit bored. Rightio, let's go. Have a roll on the beach. Whee! Alright, we're going up there. I had to go home and get my boots. I forgot my boots, but I need them for this little adventure because on the island we have the death adder. And yeah, so when I go on little adventures like this, I always make sure I wear my boots. Right, let's go. This is the only way up is through here. So I'll sit you there, Wilson, and we'll go try and get up here. Yeah, Wilson, you go up there. Stay there, buddy. But how are you going up through here? Oh, jeez. Alright, hopefully that's the hardest part. Wow, one of the hardest parts. Just get through here. Stay there, Wilson. Not a very big hole through here. Oh, jeez. Whew. Alright, I think that's the hardest part. That's it up there, look. That's where we're going. Right on there, that's how high the drop is off one side. But the other side is where we've got to try and get up. So we're going to find my way through here. I remember last time I had to go up through these rocks here, I think. Whew. Oh, yeah, I think I've got to go up through there actually. Up underneath a bit of a tunnel there and then up. Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. I remember we had to go through there. Oh, lucky we're only little fellas, Wilson. Oh, hang on, need to take my backpack off for this one. Oh, at least it's a bit bigger, this cave. There we go, up through there. Hang on, you get up there, Wilson. Oh, wait, jeez, just about slipped. Alright, I think last time I remember seeing bats in this cave. Bats were flying out. Can't see any this time. But the base of the rock we're going to is actually just up there. So we'll go up there and have a look. The stuff here is pretty crumbly. Wouldn't want to slip down there. Lucky there's a few trees to hold on to. Look how wind blowing these trees are. They're laying over because of the wind. Oh, it's going to be a good view from up the top. Up there. Alright, we are getting closer. That's where we just come up from down there. And now I'll show you the tree that I'm talking about having to climb over to get to the top of this rock. So this is a big chunk of the rock a long time ago has split away from the main rock and left this gap here. And if you're real keen, you could jump the gap, but I'll show you when we're up there. It would be pretty difficult to do. But this tree here now has grown up tall enough that it pokes out the top now, and you can actually step on it and climb across. So it's pretty cool. This area here is quite nice too. Woo, we made it up. Check this out. This is the top of the tree. So this is that big chunk of rock that I was showing you when we're down there. Well, we just finished walking through there, and see that tree there now is growing up, and that's high enough we can walk through. But I'm going to chop a couple of those branches off to make it easier. But see what I mean? You could just about jump across here, but because that's sloping up, makes it a whole lot more harder. Now I don't know if I'm game enough to do that, but anyway, I got a tree. So yeah, so that is the tree. That's where we're going through. So I'm going to get my saw out and cut a couple of branches out of there, make it a bit easier. And the idea is I'll step down there and step across. Right, you sit down here, Wilson, and wait. Chill out there while I do some pruning. Whew. You would not want to fall down here. That'll be a bit easier. Oh yeah, there has to be green ants on the tree too. Cool. I don't want to cut too much off because I want to be able to hold on. I think that's good. Right, Wilson's going in the backpack, I think, to get across there. I think I'm going to need both my hands for this. Yeah, she's a bit of a drop down there. I reckon looking at about 4 meters maybe, a bit more. Right, the tree's a bit wavy. That's pretty good. Awesome. Whee! I made it. Right, we're over. Woohoo! Oh wow. Check this out for a view. Holy. I can see a turtle down there too. It's a nice day actually. A little bit windy, so I hope it's not too noisy on the camera. And that is looking back down to where we started, at the beach. And that's where we crossed on the tree. This was the rock face we were looking up at. We basically came, oh, it's pretty steep down there. We came from around there, from the beach, around down there, through a couple of caves, and around the base of this rock, and came up through the bushes there, up the back of the rock. Right, let's get Wilson out of the bag. Come here, buddy. Right, I need to set you up and I need to take some thumbnails. Right, let's set them up there, and hope you're not scared of heights there, buddy. Now stay. Oh, the wind's getting up a little bit. Should be alright though. Right, stay, I'm going to take some photos. Oh shit! Oh no! Wilson! Uh-oh, Wilson rolled away. Bugger, I'm going to have to go back down there and get him. Let's check him out, see where he is. Oh, there he is. I can see you, Wilson. Hang on, I have to come down and get you. Right, I'll go and get him. Oh, jeez. Poor Wilson. Yeah, imagine if he went off this side. Check this side out. Whoa, I would have lost him down there. But lucky he's only gone into that gap. Right, I'll go and get him. Start again. Alright, I got him back. Oh, you're alright, Wilson? Poor Wilson. Right, I'll sit him up here a bit nicer this time. Well, that was a good little adventure. What a spot, eh? You can't see it all on camera, but there's been turtles the whole time I've been up here. There's been a big school of fish down there, and sharks, big trevallies cruising around them. It's pretty cool. Right, it's time to go home now. I know a shortcut straight through that bush there. So that's it from me and Wilson till the next adventure. We'll see you then.